Hello, my name is Jeremy Grealis, and today I'm going to be sharing with you social aspects of my life. This, along with economic, political, my favorite period of time, and one primary source of my personal being. Starting with my family. They've been with me throughout my whole life and have failed as a whole to let me down. They travel around the world for me to race with the best, and are the reasons I have the accomplishments that I do. Along the years, we have been tied together through a sense of nationalism. This sense of togetherness shows that we are all about who we are and/or our national identity. My family and I, brothers, sisters, and all, have stuck by each other's side through thick and thin. As a whole, we have migrated twice along the years, this being from Sugar Land to Kingwood to Cypress. From the point of view of others, we are a wacky family, but I wouldn't have it any other way. In this way, I mean that we're a fun, wacky family, and I don't mind what others think as long as we are together. On the other hand, my friends have come and gone for a long while now. It was only until I last moved that I've met, so to say, lifelong friends. I don't know if I should be saying any names, so I'm not going to, but all I know is that I'd take a bullet for them. This being said, because they're always by my side, and they've come out to support me at races, and so forth. This sort of motivation at many races is what gets me through the race, confident and strategic, and overall smooth. Religion-wise, I've been a Christian ever since I realized what it actually meant to be a Christian. At the age of 5, I was introduced to Christianity, but not until about 7 or 8 years old was I truly accustomed to it. As of now, I'm a strong believer and motivate many to become involved with church in others' lives. I say this due to the fact that anytime I'm feeling down or stuck in a rut, per se, church and God will always be there for me. The most accurate way to describe my family's form of economic system would be to name it as a socialist. In this form of economic system, my parents are the sole source of economic sources. I'm free to spend this money that they provide for me in this specific amount. In summation, they provide me with means necessary to survive within this world. Dealing with how I spend my own money, I have developed a method used by my parents over the years. Any money I retain, I cut it in half and keep half, and put the other half in the bank. In this way, I retain a strong and efficient way to acquire personal needs and save money. This method has been a staple to my everyday needs and ultimately a way many others spend their money to be more efficient and productive. To start me early with this method, my dad taught me at the age of 8 and empowered me to stay smart in financial matters. The dominant and correct way to describe my family's type of government would be to call it a dictatorship. This mean of government would overall be almost completely accurate because in one house, my mom rules with undeniable power and there is no room for negotiations, and what she says goes. She has overlying barriers set for me, such as not hurting my sister and cleaning the dishes, and being home at a certain time. These barriers are often referred to as laws by my parents and need to be followed and never stretched to keep the affirmation of my mom. My dad is affiliated within these laws by enacting as the enforcer, or in other terms, my mom's military commander, in order to surpass my arguing and bypass any attitude I might give to her involving laws given to me. Underlying within these laws, I'm given one chance at trust and only one chance within this dictatorship area of government. Once broken, a loss of trust will be uncovered and law will be enforced and I will be jailed, or in other terms, grounded. This is my primary source. I'd like to say that I was born on April 12, 1999, in Houston, Texas, and have lived with my mom and my dad for my whole life. And despite little altercation, we've been by each other's sides through it all. As of now, I feel a strong sense of togetherness within us and believe that no conflict at all could tear us apart. I would have to say that my favorite time period in history would have to be times of Renaissance and Reformation. As you know, the Renaissance began in northern Italy around the year 1300 and lasted 300 years. Three vastly important and common used aspects during the Renaissance are 1. Vernacular, which is one's native language. 2. Humanism, which is the focus on human potential or achievements. And lastly, perspective, which indicates 3 dimensions. People of the Renaissance expressed their ideas in vernacular, and they wrote to exemplify individuality. There were also patrons of the arts, with whom financially supports artists, and with them Rome beautified, which painters and sculptors such as Da Vinci, Raphael, etc. Also, in this time period, Johann Gutenberg created the printing press. Faith was also a big part in Reformation due to the fact that Martin Luther brought about new ideas in church. These were that salvation was earned by faith in God's gift of forgiveness, and all teaching should be based off of the Bible, and nonetheless the Pope was a false authority. This uncovered conflict, nonetheless skirmishes against Martin Luther. Other new faiths were people of Calvinism, the group of Presbyterianism, and Anabaptist. Catholic Reformation went about until the Council of Trent was called. I believe that the repairment of religion in Rome could most directly be related to broken bones that I've underdeveloped throughout the years. The ultimate reason my interest derived in the Renaissance and Reformation was because of utter reiteration of creativity, human potential, and so forth. In this project, I hope you to have learned a few social, cultural aspects of my life, as well as political and economic factors. This I shared along with an organized presentation of anecdotal pictures, facts, and details.